The World Health Organization is warning against what it calls vaccine nationalism. This comes after the European Union launched a scheme that could block exports of coronavirus vaccines. The EU became entangled in a row with drug maker AstraZeneca. EU health authorities approved the company's jab on Friday, but Brussels says it has failed to supply the vaccine in the quantities promised and says the controls are needed to ensure export orders aren't fulfilled first.
It was a dramatic decision born out of desperation. Faced with diminished deliveries of the COVID-19 vaccine, the EU on Friday announced controls on vaccine exports. This threatened controls at the border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Keeping the border open was a key EU demand in the drawn-out Brexit negotiations, and the news was greeted with disbelief in the UK.
You know, I think it's quite incredible. It's an act of aggression, actually. Less than a month into us leaving the European Union, we see them act in this unilateral way.
The move came as the World Health Organization expressed concern over resource nationalism.
It's not helpful to have any country at this stage putting export bans or barriers that will not allow for the free movement of the necessary ingredients that will make vaccines, diagnostics, and other medicines available to all the world.
The EU swiftly rode back, making clear that the Ireland-UK border would remain open. But controls of vaccine exports will remain in place. The measure was prompted by drug maker AstraZeneca, which plans to delay deliveries of its vaccine to the EU while maintaining full deliveries to the UK.
This is a race against the clock. We cannot lose time because of vaccines not being delivered on agreed schedule. To achieve this, we need to ensure that all advanced purchase agreements for vaccines made by the European Union are honoured.
The row has not stopped the EU's European Medicines Agency from approving AstraZeneca's vaccine for use within the Union. But with the producer unwilling to significantly ramp up the bloc's deliveries, the approval is unlikely to boost an immunisation campaign that is struggling to get off the ground.
Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Rasmus Hansen. He's the CEO of Airfinity, a science information and analytics company. Welcome to the programme. Mr. Hansen, why is the European Union struggling to secure its vaccines?
Well, the EU has made some wrong bets early on in the pandemic. They haven't scaled up production at the same speed as other countries have. They've been later to make the deals, and therefore they are having more supply issues than the UK and also the US at the moment.
And how will these export controls affect the EU's vaccine supply?
Well, I think the problem is that with these controls, everyone loses out, right? Because you have to look at it broader than just export of a finished vaccine, right? There goes a lot of ingredients into the vaccines in the first place. They come from all over the world. You need syringes, you need vials, and also you need fill and finish in other places. So the moment we don't have a free flow of medicine across borders, the whole production will actually is at risk of being halted. So I think it won't benefit the EU a lot. You know, they will get maybe a little bit more of the Pfizer vaccines if they stop the Belgian plant from exporting that to the UK. But we're talking 30 million, and you know, with the EU's population, that's not going to make a huge difference.
Now, the WHO is also worried about the effects that this will have on vaccine production, not just in Europe, but of course globally. And how will the rest of the world be affected by these vaccine export controls?
Well, so short term, I think, you know, there isn't a lot of exports going on yet at the moment. Most countries actually tend to use their own domestic production. But longer term, this is incredibly dangerous. Take a country like India. India is set to produce several billions of vaccines. If India starts saying we're not going to export any of that, then the whole COVAX, many low and middle income countries will be hugely at risk. And also going back to the EU, if you look at a per capita perspective, the EU doesn't actually have a lot of production inside the EU for approved vaccines. US has many more, UK has more, and also a country like Switzerland, the EU might be dependent on, already is for the Moderna import. So EU is also longer term actually risking having some of its own issues. So short term it won't make a big difference, and long term it really puts the whole world at risk.
Rasmus Hansen of analytics company Airfinity, thank you.